Hello and welcome. My name's Rebecca and today I'm going to be harvesting some Pak Choi. But first, I thought that we would take a look at the difference between supermarket Pak Choi and homegrown Pak Choi. Today I purchased some Pak Choi and I sacrificed $2.50. And it actually says Pak Choi baby, but it's quite big, I think. So you get 2 in the bunch. So let's take a look at that. I couldn't film straight away, so I wrapped it how I would wrap my fresh stuff to keep it the best that I can, which is in alf foil and a bit of paper towel. The paper towel sucks up the moisture and the alf foil keeps the leaves crispy. So this was just an average Pak Choi that I bought. You can see the bulbs are really big, I think, for a baby Pak Choi. And it comes with a rubber band around it. Take that off. Which I find that a bit annoying. I feel like that damages it a bit. Here it is, baby Pak Choi, smooth and tender. So the bottoms are fine, they look great, and they're nice and sparkly too. But the tops are a little bit sad. We've got a broken yellow leaf, and it's just like, it's really closed up. I don't know if that's from the rubber band, like maybe they just really squeeze it tight and stick the rubber band on. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Here we got, like, the leaves are just a bit yellow, a bit pale, a little bit floppy. There's a little bit of crunch. And so I never used to buy Pak Choi from the supermarket because this is what it looks like. And I'd like to use the greens as well, but I feel like this is the only usable part. You could use this too, but I just don't think it's going to taste great. Or you're going to have to peel the outside leaves off and just use these ones in here, but even that is quite, it's a bit yellow, not very vibrant. So let's take a look at the Pak Choi that I harvested today. This is my white Pak Choi. You see how it's a lot more open, and then we have these beautiful dark green leaves, and there's a bit more crunch. A little bit more, but at least you could use the leaves as well. And actually my stems are a lot whiter. I wonder if they go green sometime after you pick them. But you could definitely see how they've rubber banded that so tight that it's all closed in on itself. I don't know why they don't just sell it like this, like lettuce, just individually. Anyway, some of my leaves are a little bit pale on the outside, and somebody had a munch of that one. And then the great thing about growing Pak Choi for yourself is there's another colour variation, which is the red Pak Choi, which I believe this is a Pak Choi and a giant red mustard. It is an F1. It has these beautiful dark purple leaves, and then it's green underneath and green stems. And it just makes your dishes more interesting, and then you can hear the crunch. So this is more like the baby, I guess, and you can see how they would have rubber banded that really tight. But why can't you just sell it like lettuce? Just keep it nice and open. But you could actually use these leaves. These are a bit sad. So tonight I'm going to be using my Pak Choi to put into a ramen noodle dish that I saw on Aaron and Claire's cooking YouTube channel. They cook Korean food and it's always really simple and easy. So if you don't know what to do with your Pak Choi after you've grown it, there's lots and lots of recipes on there that they use the Pak Choi. So we're going to cut the homegrown and the supermarket Pak Choi in the way that the recipe calls for and see what the difference is. I'm going to be placing them into this Tupperware container that I've lined with paper towel. So if I'm not using a Tupperware container, I will use the alfoil on the outside. If I have a Tupperware container, I just put the paper towel in. Just because I'll be cooking the recipe tonight and I'm harvesting and cutting up and making my video now in the morning. So the recipe calls to cut this into halves or quarters. There's a half. So we mostly just got the white bit. And I find the leaves are tastier, and that leaf's not crush hot. So then we'll cut it into quarters. Put it into our dish. I mean, that's not bad. But the rest is a bit sad. I may have cut this a bit wrong too. Another quarter and another quarter. That leaf is okay. Wasn't too bad. I just wouldn't eat that bit. And here's our homegrown purple. Isn't the colour beautiful? Same thing. Now which way I should cut it? I'll just cut that little bit off too. Gave it a little wash. Get all the sugarcane mulch off. There we go. The leaves stay really nice. So much more usable leaf. And then we might chop it again. I think that turned out much better. Pop that leaf in, it's still good. And that one. Alright. This stays together a bit better. And the leaves are a bit firmer. And that fella is our dish so far. Very pretty. Alright, now this fella, I might take that outside leaf off. The worms can eat it, and this one is a bit, how do you do? And that's good. Alright, I'll just chop this a bit off. That little base, little bum bit. Let's go in half. Get that in quarters. Yep, there's some sugarcane mulch I missed. Still get lots of leaf that we can use. These are almost too big for the dish. look for any little bits of dirt, even though I did give it a little wash. Look how beautiful the homegrown one is. Here's our homegrown one. And last one, supermarket one. Oops. Got a bit more of a decent one there. It's just, the leaves are a bit more limp. Quarter that one. Isn't it funny how the supermarket ones seem to be grown more for the base than they are the leaves? Maybe it's the way that they grow them. Alright. So once I've placed them all into my dish, ready for tonight, then I just pop on another paper towel and then the lid, and that just stops the leaves from going soggy like the supermarket ones are. There we go, and then I'll pop that in the front of the fridge so it doesn't get too cold or freeze, or put it in your crisper. So Pak Choi is something that I never used to buy from the supermarket because it never looked very nice, and it's quite expensive, $2.50 for the 2 bunches, and it's very easy to grow at home, and it's one of the ones that I would recommend that you could get a punnet of seedlings from Bunnings, because they always have about 30 seedlings in them, and then you plant them in your soil garden, 4 to a square foot. Or you can grow them in your cracky hydroponics, and you could put 30 on a table. I've done that before, and then they last for a long time in the garden. So once they've grown to maturity, you just start picking them as you need them. And I pick them like once a week, even if I have the 30, and they last for a really long time. The only problem is you cannot grow Pak Choi in extreme heat, but you can grow it for most of the year. Or you can grow it in your cracky hydroponics in the shade. So it's definitely something that I would recommend growing yourself, because you're going to save a lot of money even if you buy the punnet of seedlings. The other reason is you can grow that beautiful purple variety. It looks so pretty, and it's something that no one else is going to have except for you, that you could grow yourself.